Welcome to video 1. In this video, we will get to know different parts of the Stata software. Once you open Stata, a window like this appears. This middle large window is the results window. As the name suggests, this window shows us the results of our analysis except for the graphs. The graphs appear in their dedicated graph window. Your results window probably has some information which are not there in my case, and probably your results window also looks white. Do not worry about those two things for the time being. We will discuss them later. To the right, we have the variables window, and maybe you also have the properties window. When we have loaded a data set in Stata, the variables window, that is this window, shows us the names of the variables that are there in the data set and also the labels. What labels are, we will discuss later. So let's concentrate on the properties window now. Now, to understand the properties window, I have loaded a data set into Stata, and you can see that in the variables window we can now see the different variables that are there. So there is one variable which is make, another one which is price, and so on and so forth. Now if I select any variable in the variables window, the properties window shows me the name of the variable, the label, and other properties of the variable. If I scroll down the properties window, I can also see that it shows me the properties of the data set as well. That is, what is the name of the data set, what is the label of the data set, the number of variables that are there, the number of observations, and the size of the data set, and so on and so forth. Now, we do not really use the properties window as such. Therefore, I will just close it by clicking on this cross here, and then the variables window gets expanded, which is more useful than the properties window. Now, just below the results window, here we have the command window. Now here we can type commands for Stata to execute. Whenever Stata executes a command, it appears first on the results window and also on this leftmost part, which is known as the command review window. If a particular command was correct and Stata has been able to execute it correctly, that appears in black. However, if a command was wrong, in that case it appears in red. And in the result window also we get to see that Stata tells us that this command is a wrong command. Now, our ultimate aim is to be able to type all our commands into a batch file or a script file, but that is, we have to learn at a later stage. Initially, we want to be able to use these menus at the top to accomplish whatever we want to do with Stata. Now you can see that there are several menus here. Out of all these menus, there are 4 menus which are of primary importance for our purpose. The first one is the file menu, the second one is the data menu, the third one is the graphics menu, and the fourth one is the statistics menu. The file menu has options or has menu items which lets us open a data set, save a data set, and to do certain other things. In the data menu, we have options, or we have links to commands which lets us change the data set, create new variable, add a new name to a new name to a variable, and so things like that. Then comes the graphics menu, where the name basically suggests that all the different types of statistical graphics that we can create using Stata are under this particular menu. And finally, we have the statistics menu, which lists all the different statistical procedures that Stata can do for us. So note that these four are for the time being the menus that we need to be most concerned about.